Turns out, October, not my best month. However, the things that I'm going to show you in today's video helped make this month a little bit better than it would have been otherwise without these beautiful products in my life. A good mix of beauty products and lifestyle products this month, and actually it was an amazing month for music, I will say that. For anybody that's new, and just because I feel compelled to say this, I do always include music in my monthly favorites, and as you can tell by the name of my channel, L'amour et la musique, music has been a big part of my life for really my entire life. House music, electronic music has been a really significant part of my life for over a decade now. Finding tracks that I really, really love and resonate with me are as kind of soul expanding and vibration raising as really nice products are. But let's talk about beauty products first before we get to lifestyle and music. First favorite this month has been the Bottega Organica Illuminate Eye Cream. This was the October Beauty Heroes product. I just want to show you guys how much I've used. I've made a really sizable dent. This is probably the fastest I've been going through an eye cream, but it's intentional because the expiration date on this product is, it's supposed to be most potent for 2 months. So I've been really, really liberal with it, AM and PM under my eyes. And I've also been using it as part of a lip treatment in the evenings. So I just want to give you a couple of ideas for how to get the most out of this product, or at least how I am getting the most out of it for me. So in the morning, what I like to do, because I actually don't find that this product is terribly moisturizing, and as we're now in fall and winter, at least in Boston where I live, I need a little bit more moisture under my eyes. So in the morning what I'll do is and sometimes in the evening too, I'll do a couple of rollerball swipes with the Kahina Prickly Pear Seed oil, which is specifically meant for under the eyes. You can also use this product all over the face. It is available in the Beauty Hero shop. And then I'll go over with a very generous ring finger scoop under each eye and kind of massage that in. I really like the combination of the moisture and cooling effect that I guess this gives, and I find that it emulsifies nicely with the oil, and yeah, that's what I've been doing in the morning. And then in the evening, sometimes I'll do the same method that I've been doing in the morning, or I'll first do a little bit of this and then I will top it with the Lena Hansen Global Treasures Balm. I've talked about this product so many times at this point. I did a whole video comparing the face balms that I have tried and really liked. The other way that I've been really enjoying using this product, I don't even know if you're like supposed to use it this way or if it's like safe to, but I don't think that there's anyone saying not to put this on your lips, but I'm putting it on my lips. So in the evening, as the last step before I go to bed, I'll do a light layer of the eye cream on my lips, and then I top it with a little bit of the Lena Hansen Global Treasures Balm. So I like to kind of get the most out of my products, get creative with them. That's what I've been doing, and I've been really happy with the results. Poodle hair today for sure. It's been raining for the last 2 days, and this month I have also really been liking my vapor products. The Vapor Stratus Soft Focus Instant Skin Perfector, as well as the regular Stratus Instant Skin Perfector in 902 and 904. This month I finally have been able to start using a primer with regularity to kind of give additional moisture and sort of illumination and glow to my skin. It was way too much for my skin to use these in the summertime. And then the Aura Multi-Use Blush in Eros I've been really liking on my cheeks. So this was the Beauty Heroes Elective Quarterly Makeup Box this month, and I think it is still available. I did a video reviewing this and demoing the products if you'd like to see. I think I am going to be getting rid of my Gressa Lip Boost in Bare, which I really like as kind of a nude cheek option. I don't wear this on my lips, but this has sort of supplanted it for me. This is quite old and the formula is quite dried out. So I've been reaching for this if I want to do any sort of flush to my cheeks. As a teaser, I really could not help myself to wait to do all of my beauty shopping that I had been planning for the Sephora VIB sale. So I placed 3 or 4 orders at other retailers. I'm like so sheepish about it. October was horrendous, so I needed like major retail therapy. Not that I'm an advocate of that, but it was necessary. I ordered another nude cheek option And so I will be showing you that in a Mercedes shops. Actually, probably next Sunday, if the rest of the orders come in, I'll make that next Sunday's video. And then I'll also do another Mercedes shops around the, after I get my Sephora VIB order. Anyway, 2 lipsticks that I have been loving this month are 2 of the mini amuse-bouches that came in one of the holiday sets. I do think that this is still available at Sephora. And my 2 favorites from that set have been Pepper and Nori. Pepper has just become such a beautiful, like, everyday shade for me. It's so reminiscent of NARS Dolce Vita, which has been one of my favorite nude lipsticks for a long time. I love too that it's small, so it's just very easy to throw in my travel little cosmetic bag that I take to work. Formula is great. It's really actually quite opaque and full coverage. And then Nori is just a really beautiful deep burgundy on me with just enough brown and just enough red. I did a whole lip swatch video with these. I'm a really big fan. I'm still trying to get Honeycomb to work for me. I might try and tackle that nude lip look in a future maquillage and musings video, which is my take on Get Ready With Me, because I just despise YouTube video naming conventions for the most part, hence Mercedes shops and not calling it a haul. But I'm gonna play around with Honeycomb in my next maquillage and musings video, I think. Okay, my other favorite this month has been my acrylic lipstick holder. Now, I was so on the fence about getting any kind of acrylic makeup storage because, again, I just don't like to do the sort of basic things that everybody does. Like, I've never had any acrylic makeup storage. I've never had Muji. I've never done any of that stuff. It doesn't really appeal to me. But I felt like my lipstick collection was, I mean, I don't know, do you consider this unwieldy? It's unwieldy if it's not organized appropriately to get the most use out of it. So I felt like I just wanted something that was both sort of like a decorative piece as well as a way for me to visualize quickly all of the lipsticks that I have and help me use everything. So this is what I went with. I think it's by the brand, let me check. I got it on Amazon. Yeah, so it's called the Langforth Premium Acrylic Lipstick Organizer, Dust Proof, 5mm, thick lip gloss holder case, makeup storage, beauty container, 24 space, handmade box with lid. That is the name of this product. I will link it down below in the description bar, but I really like it. It's actually very well made for a piece of acrylic makeup storage. I do think it's just an attractive item, and I've been enjoying having it in my life and getting more use out of all of my lip products. Next is a hair product, and it's the Tabitha James Cran or Cran Organic Hair Perfume. I have this in the scent Golden Citrus. I think they also do an Amber Rose, but I'm not exactly sure. So I was sent this as well as the Tabitha James Cran Dry Shampoo and the regular shampoo. I've been testing all of them. I will probably review each thing more extensively in a hair video that I'm going to be doing soon, I promise. But this is probably my favorite of the 3. I really think I don't like the dry shampoo, alas, and I'm average to slightly above average on the regular shampoo, but I need to test it a little bit more. This I actually really enjoy. It's just a really nice, light, hair perfume slash, I think you can also use it as like a body mist. It has a really nice light scent. I don't find that it lingers in the hair that much, to be honest, but it's, as someone that tries to wash her hair every like 3 days, 4 sometimes, although it's really grim if I've gone 4 days without washing my hair. It's just, I feel like it does give like a little bit of moisture. I feel like it helps me tame frizz a little bit, and I think it's just a nice product, nice aromatherapy. And I've been liking it this month a lot. Beautiful packaging too, isn't it? I purchased a brand spanking new bottle of OPI's Lincoln Park After Dark. I have loved this nail polish since I was like 23 or 24. I haven't found a cleaner formula nail polish that's this color. It's just super unique. I have it on my toes right now. And I did, I think, 2 manicures during the month of October with it. Manicures. That sounded like I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, didn't it? I've done at least 2 manicures with this shade during October, and I just like it. I don't know, it doesn't look black to me on the nails. It's much more interesting on the nails than just like a black polish would be. and it's just perfect for this time of year. And then the last little beauty product to mention is that I went through a little sample of the CV Skin Labs Calming Moisture Advanced Therapy for Dry, Sensitive Face, Neck, and Scalp. I had never actually, if you can believe it, tried any CV Skin Labs products, and I've heard about them and heard them raved about for years and years. They're definitely an older brand in the eco beauty space. They're specifically formulated for people with really sensitive reactive skin. The person behind the brand, I believe, is a cancer survivor and had formulated the products when she was going through chemotherapy and radiation or post that process, I believe. I think they're just really great products for anybody. Just using this little sample, the quality was incredible. It was thick, but not too thick or greasy. It was beautifully moisturizing. It felt so soothing and calming to the skin. I tried it on my face. I also tried it on my body. You'd be surprised how far these little samples can go. I just definitely would love to have some more CV Skin Labs products in my life, if this little sample is any indication. Okay, I have a crystal and an essential oil favorite this month. Many of you will probably be very mesmerized by this if my reaction is any indication to what your reaction would be. This is called a lapis lazuli. I had originally been calling it a lapis lazuli, but in the kind of poking around YouTube that I did about this crystal, everyone pronounces it lapis lazuli. I picked this up from Victory Crystals, which is my favorite place to shop from. I don't think she has any more of these, though she does carry a beautiful lapis pendant that I'm also thinking about getting. This is a crystal that's very, very good for the throat and third eye chakras. It's supposed to be very, very good for spiritual expansion and tuning into psychic gifts. And it was a very, very prominent prized stone in ancient Egypt. It's also known as the Cleopatra stone. And it has many biblical references. And it's the more that I read about it, the more sort of like powerful I felt that this was. This is actually probably the most powerful crystal that I can feel in my collection right now. I get a lot of requests to do like a crystal specific video, which I might, but it's very similar, but it feels different than the azurite stones that I have and also sort of work with in that capacity. But it definitely has a different energy than most of the other crystals that I have around and work with, which are predominantly heart chakra crystals like rose quartz, strawberry quartz, green jade. Those are more sort of heart chakra stones. So yeah, anyway, I'm really happy to have this beautiful lapis in my life. Then my favorite essential oil this month has been cardamom. I have always, always, always loved the smell of cardamom. It's like one of my it's so like creamy and comforting and beautiful. There's a body lotion by Holistic Science Company. It's the Manoi Tiare something, and it has a sort of creamy cardamom scent too, and I love that product. I saw cardamom essential oil on Vitacost and I decided to pick it up. It's denoted as being an inspiring oil. I actually find it to be more like soothing and comforting. I'll link below a page from doTERRA, which is one of my favorite essential oil brands, on cardamom essential oil. Sorry, lots of traffic going by. So I primarily diffuse this. The page that I'll link below lists some good oils to diffuse it with. I've been diffusing it with either eucalyptus or ylang ylang, or it's supposed to diffuse nicely with other citrus essential oils. I think especially because at the time of year you want to feel sort of like wrapped in a cocoon and comforted. I think this is a great essential oil. It was very inexpensive and it's 100% pure essential oil by Oracacia. Vitacost carries a really nice selection of Oracacia oils. You just want to make sure that if you're planning to diffuse an essential oil, that it's a 100% pure essential oil and not diluted in a carrier oil like jojoba oil, because that will ruin your diffuser. I never really plug this, but if you're new to shopping on Vitacost, I do have a link down below if you want to save $10 on your first order. So another super duper duper amazing favorite this month is my Everlane crewneck charcoal gray cashmere sweater. I was wearing this in several previous videos and I am so happy with it. I'm planning to pick up another one. I got this one in a size medium so that it would be a little bit oversized, and I'm going to get, I think, the navy one in a size small so that it'll be a little bit more fitted. I'm so happy with the quality. It's super soft and cozy and super warm, and I'm no words. It's beautiful. One more quick lifestyle thing. I wasn't sure I was gonna have time to talk about this, but I'll just mention it. I've been experimenting with these coconut flour bread recipes from Radiant Life. They're a website that I used to buy a lot of supplements from back when I was more into experimenting with random supplements. I do think that this is a great company. They carry a lot of really high quality, high vibration products, and they have a nice blog with a lot of gluten-free recipes. This is a downloadable little e-recipe book. All the recipes are also just available on their blog, and I wanted to direct you to my favorite, which so far, I haven't tried them all, but the date nut mini loaf is so good. The recipe calls for walnuts. I actually did hazelnuts. So highly recommend. I'm actually gonna try the banana bread recipe, I think this weekend probably. Okay, now we can talk about music, which has been one of the bright spots in my life this month. I'll actually mention the thing I did last night because it was amazing. I went to the Institute of Contemporary Art in Boston. There was a live performance by RyX. I had been saying RYX, but he referred to himself as RyX. I knew of him because he's half of a German-based underground electronic duo called Howling. And I knew about Howling because in addition to RyX, the other half of Howling is a man by the name of Frank Wiedemann. I think that's the correct German pronunciation. I knew about him because he is half of another duo called ahem, and I had seen Frank Wiedemann perform live production DJ set in Boston last year, and I think it was last year, and it was so amazing. So I just kind of went on a whim to see RyX last night, and it was amazing. His voice is absolutely incredible. He talks about Jeff Buckley being one of his biggest influences, and I've always been a huge Jeff Buckley fan, but it's just really, really beautiful vocals, really interesting electronic music production. It was just an amazing night. Being in the theater at the ICA in Boston, I had never been in that space. It was gorgeous. It looks out over the Boston Harbor. You see a view of Boston. It was just like very magical. So I wanted to alert you to RyX.
That I get to stand in, that you get to be here. It's a very, very special thing. So when I was asked and offered to play this particular space and did some research on it, I was really honored to do it, and I'm still honored to be here today. And it's really beautiful. So one more song, and feel free to not look at me.
And then a huge, huge thank you to my viewer Jessica, who left a comment on one of my recent videos. She recommended a British DJ Complexion, who has a radio show dedicated to future classic music. So, I mean, we could sit here and talk about music subgenre labels and categorizations for days, but future classic or future beats music is the most succinct way to describe it. Is it's sort of like underground electronica. A lot of it's very sort of chill and space agey. I used to follow this blog many years ago called A Musique pour tous, and it defined itself as space-age bachelor pad music, and I've never forgotten that. I listened to the particular episode that Jessica recommended, and I was really taken with most of his track selection. It's very my speed in that it was, like, for the most part, very, very chill. He does tend to sometimes go, in other shows I've listened to, some of his selections can be a little bit harder, more like trap music, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but he'll throw in kind of like really atmospheric, chilled out like dubstep that I don't like harder dubstep, but the more melodic stuff I really like. He tends to incorporate things with really interesting vocals and just like really amazing, beautiful music that I was just so into. What I'm gonna do is create a playlist with some of my favorite tracks that I've gleaned from, I think I've only listened to 3 of his radio shows at this point, but I'm planning to kind of keep digging through his archives because I've just found some really beautiful gems. And it was a nice departure for me from house, as that's normally like what I'm digging around in. So it's been totally like a breath of fresh air. He's also a really nice guy. He seems very engaged with his audience and his followers, and he's really responsive on Instagram and Twitter. And the radio show happens live every Sunday, 10 p.m. UK time, I think. Thank you guys so much for joining me this month to hear about my favorite products. As always, I would love to hear what you've been loving this month. I'm trying not to have like a super sing-songy voice in my outro because I noticed that I do that and it's so annoying when I'm trying to edit the footage. A bunch of you have already told me that you relate to the fact that October was kind of not the best month. So here's hoping we all have a much better November and December and close to 2016, and I will just look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye.